Good afternoon and welcome to this live broadcast. Hi, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this live session. Today I have picked a topic on writing a book. Have you ever thought about writing your first book to talk about your life? Or have you written a book before? Let me know in the chat section below here. I also have a poll below here, so you can vote there. If you don't know me, my name is Cheption Mutai. Welcome to this live broadcast. Today we are talking about writing your first book. So first, before we get started, I have a question for you guys. Have you written a book, or have you ever thought about writing your book? Let me know in the chat section below here. That is our point of discussion today in this live broadcast. My name is Cheption Mutai. Make sure you like this live broadcast and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're new on if you're new on my channel, like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. In my channel, I talk about freelance tech and business. Freelance tech, media, and business. My background is media. I studied media back in college, and I'm a practitioner in the media industry. I specialize in video production consultancy, or I specialize, like my specialty is in the video production and content writing. But I am a general, when it comes to consultancy, I am a media consultant. So if you have a need for a media consultant, you can reach out to me. My name is Cheption Mutai. You can go to my website on cheptiony.com, cheptiony.com, to make an order or to ask to inquire more about my consultancy business, or if you need video production services, if you need content that is a hybrid created for you. Hybrid means a combination of the traditional way of video production with AI. You can reach out to me. And if you have a company that needs content on a regular basis and you don't have time to create those content, you can get to me on cheptiony.com. That is cheptiony.com, to get the services that I am telling you about here. Now, today I have a very interesting topic for those people who love to read books, who like to read books, or who love reading other books. I want us to discuss, have you written a book? That is the first part, or that is the first step that I want us to start from. Have you written a book? If you have not written a book, do you have thoughts of writing a book in the future or at the moment? And what are you doing about it? Let me know in the chat section below, and we'll be able to continue this section today. And if you're new on this channel also, remember to subscribe, remember to like, and remember to share this live broadcast. Also in the chat section below, guys, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I will start this discussion when I get at least 5 chats below here. I'll be starting this discussion on writing your first book. If you're on this live, remember to poll or vote on the poll below. There is a poll where I have posed a question on, have you written a book or not? Or do you have thoughts of writing your book at the moment? Let me know, have you written a book or do you have plans of writing your first book? Let me know in the chat section below here. As I said before, I need here, and tell me, where are you watching this live? Where are you watching this live broadcast from? Say hi below and let me know where you're watching from, and then we can start this session on writing your first book. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me. Say hi in the chat section below, and let me know where are you watching from? Where are you watching this live broadcast from? Before we get started, I'd like to know where you're watching from, who are you, and where you're watching from. Vote for the poll below. Have you written a book or not before? I'll wait for another 2 minutes, another minute, then we will continue with this live broadcast. If you are new here, remember to say hi in the chat section below here, and tell me which country you're watching this live broadcast from. So without further ado, let's get started on today's section. on this live broadcast. So today we are talking about writing your first book. Writing your first book. Have you ever thought about writing a book before? Or have you written a book? You can tell me, or you can share with everyone in the chat section below here. So today my idea for myself, I started writing before I started writing in the year 2018 when I started my blog post on cheptionyi.com. So I wanted to be a blogger. I wanted to share tips and expert advice on freelance tech and tech media and business. So during that time, I wanted to share those information in my farm. Like the farm I mean here is the business that I operate. So from my experience, I have been a freelancer before, and at the same time, I have been a business owner. So I was like, if I succeeded with something, I would share that some tips about succeeding quickly with that thing, because that is my experience. I'm sharing my experience with others. Zainab Taim saying no, you've not written a book before. So that was in the year 2018. So I started cheptionyi.com. I wrote blogs and I was sharing tips and expert advice on freelance tech and media and business. So then I just wanted to share the tips so that freelancers who are starting up can learn from me and know those things that they can avoid on their way to success. So later, I didn't know that one day an idea will come to my mind to turn all these tips and expert advice information that I shared on my blog to share them now as a book, or to come up with a book to arrange all the information that I have shared on my website, on my blog on cheptionyi.com, and make it to be a book. And that is what has come up right now. And I'm working on something, on a book, but now I have added more flesh to it, so that to make the whole story sound nice and flow from the page 1 to the end without any suspension. So I'm working on it. It's not easy. I'm actually embracing AI to put together the information, to come up with the outline, then come up with some information on how to arrange the information from my blog. I have currently about 200 articles on my blog that I wrote myself, and I actually wrote sharing my tips and expert advice. Some others are video tutorials that I shared. And what has really helped me in sharing information is that I have found connections. But that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is writing your first book. It is possible to write your first book, but what matters is what kind of information are you using? Are you sharing something that you're passionate about? Or are you sharing something that you have truly experienced and you are sharing with the people? Because I have learned of late that the new AI, I think the AIs are going in 4 point somethings. So the latest AI tools, for example, if you are using Gemini or ChatGPT, they are saying ChatGPT 5 is more powerful. It can write many books in a day, etc., etc. So imagine you pick a niche, then you pick everything, and you can publish many books in a month and sell to people. What makes those books that are written in a very short span for the purposes of monetary value is that mine is my true story. I have shared experience and I have intertwined it. I have put the information together. I have put my personal experience and at the same time the tips there, and people will be more connected to that as opposed to the one that was written by AI, because AI picks information from different websites and compiles it together to give you a book that you can sell online. But I'm very sure those people who do that make very small sales or make very little impact, because some of them don't even really know what they have written in that book. Because imagine you have prompted AI in the mind of, like, for example, Google AI Studio. You've prompted AI, you've given all the concepts about the business that you would like to start. And you choose ebooks and you've written a couple of books, but in all of them, maybe one book is 30,000 words, another one is 50,000 words. It's not actually the person that is selling problem. The problem is the one that is unsuspecting buyer, because the one who is selling probably never even read that book to prove the information that is being shared in that book, if it is of value to you as a user, or if it is of value to you, the person who is getting that book. So I feel and I believe that anyone can write a book, but now it depends on the concept behind that book. How did you come up with the idea, or how did the idea come into your mind? So let's share. Okay, have you written a book, or do you have plans of writing a book? So another thing, I'll just take a break and then I'll be back in a short. Apologies, CA. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Thank you guys for joining me again. I am back again after a short break. Today we are talking about writing your first book. Have you written or do you have plans of writing your first book? Let's talk about this topic today. If you are new on this channel, like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also take time to visit my website on cheption.com to learn more. Now let's get back to today's video. For those who are new, like this video and subscribe, and let's get right into today's video. Here we are discussing about writing your first book. We are discussing about writing your first book, and today during the introduction, as I told you, I am a media consultant and with specialty in video production and content writing. So if you want hybrid services, like hybrid video production services, like a combination of AI and traditional methods of video production, you can reach out to me and we can discuss that. You can do that by visiting my website on cheption.com to learn more. Cheption is written as chptiony.com to learn more about the services I offer at cheption.com. So now today we are discussing about writing your first book. Today we are discussing about writing your first book. And before we discussed on how mine started in the year 2018. Little did I know that I can turn those little did I know that I'll turn those blog posts into a book someday. But I started as blog post on my website, cheptiony.com. I was sharing tips and expert advice on freelance tech, media, and business. I could share something and someone would reach out to me and say, Lily, you say, hi, welcome to this live broadcast. So as I was saying, mine started in the year 2018 on my blog at cheptiony.com. Cheptiony is written as CHEPTIONY. You can see on my name on my channel here. The name is there. So let's continue about writing your first book. Mine started there. After writing for many years until the year 2024, 2025, I decided to turn the blog post into a book without using AI. And I wanted to use AI assistants to bring together and compile the information I have on my website into a book. And that was the beginning of writing my first book. I am not actually relying on AI 100%, but I'm using it to write my first book, because when you give it some scale or some talking points on their website, they're able to probably write for you a book. What is important to me is the camera. Sorry. So guys, because of no I am not seeing any interactions on the chat section below here. I just want to test your intelligence. I want to know which have you written a book before and which tool Do you think AI can help you write your first book without even prompting, without using their prompts? Maybe you go with your own prompt and Gemini, and the AI tool will help you come up with an outline. So the most important part of this writing a book today is to have a topic and some synopsis about the book that you'd like to write. And the AI tool can give you a full outline. If you say 5 pages, 5 pages, 50 pages, 100 pages, or you deal with the number of words. You say 10,000 words, 20,000 words, etc., etc. So I'm currently writing my first book, and everything will be revealed. Today I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'll try to continue sharing information about writing your first book. And let's say you've completed writing your first book using the latest tools, which is AI, to fix the grammar, to fix the to fix everything regarding to your book, and now you're ready to publish. How is it necessary to go on? So you've written your book, you've used AI to fix all the errors that are there regarding to your book, and now your book is ready. How do you market your book? Many of us know Amazon Kindle. You can sell your book there. That is where I know when it comes to selling your book, but I don't think that is the only place that you can find buyers to your book. You need to find somewhere else, and depending on which country you're living in, you can easily find a publisher who may be very motivated by your book, and they may be like, yes, we can help you distribute your book as long as we get our percentage. So writing your first book nowadays, it's not bad, but at the same time, depending on why you are doing so, you may end up why you are doing it for, because I know and I've heard people who have, let's say, 10 to 20 books that they have written using the information they found online, and they are thriving. So writing your first book, what have you done so? And if you have done, how has your experience been? Yes. So today we discussed about writing your first book. Today I introduced myself and discussed about writing your first book. And we started with how mine started. I started as the whole concept started, and along the way, I took a course on creative writing from Writers Bureau in UK, where I was able to sharpen my thoughts and sharpen my mind for greater writing. Then after many articles on my blog, that is cheptionyi.com, I was able to get a full outline for the same book, and once it is done, I'll be sharing that with you here on this live section. So thank you guys for joining me in this live broadcast. has been great seeing everyone on this live broadcast. I see there is very less chat. Kumaanisha things are well. So if you don't have any question today, I'll be closing this session. I'm feeling a bit fatigued. And thank you so much for joining me in this live session. We'll be doing another session tomorrow we'll be discussing the same topic. Mara, have you written a book? If you have not, have you written a book? If you have, what is the title of your book and what was the source of inspiration? With that said, thank you so much for joining me in this live broadcast. Up until next time, bye bye and take care. My name is Chepchon Mutai.